So just remember to speak up.
All right.
Into the microphone.
So professional.
So professional.
Hello, welcome to the Collective's Cosplay Corner, in which we find a corner and interview a cosplayer. So today we have with us Kaytlin, also known as justkaytlingrace on Instagram, and she's awesome. We've been following her for
Over a year.
Over a year now.
Almost 2 years.
We finally met her last year at WonderCon, and she came down for WonderCon this year, so we asked her if she would sit down and talk to us for a bit. So, Kaytlin, how did you get into cosplay?
So there was a convention I was going to that Haley Atwell was a guest at, and Agent Carter was my favorite thing for the entire time it ran. Like, I've loved her since the first Avenger. So when I found out that Haley was coming, I was like, well, I mean, I might as well go to my first convention, might as well dress up as Agent Carter, it'll be super fun. Got there the day of and she had to cancel. She got stuck filming season 2 of Agent Carter, which, not mad about it, but it was definitely disappointing. So I wasn't even going to wear the costume, I was just going to go be a normal person at a convention. But my mom convinced me like it would still be fun. I was running into so many people in costumes that I thought were so cool, so I had my mom like go drive home and bring me the costume to the convention. I changed in the bathroom, and it was so fun. Like, it was not something I'd expected to do. I always admired it, but it was like, oh, I'm never gonna be that person. Like, that's not gonna be me. I'm not nerdy enough for that. And I got there in costume, and I met like one of my best friends to this day at that convention. And it was super fun.
So, how has your cosplay experience grown and changed since then?
Oh my gosh, it has kind of blown up in a way that I didn't expect to. I ended up changing my ideal career path. When I went in, I wanted to do criminal justice. I wanted to do like criminal psychology, as I was interested in animal behavior, and I started getting into sewing and cosplay and all this, and I decided that design was kind of what I loved at heart and what I wanted to do. So that's kind of a thing that branched out from that one day. But I just really love creating, and it kind of turned into this huge thing where I just sew all the time, and it's so fun.
So I think that answers my next question. Do you prefer to build or buy your cosplays?
Definitely build. I like to sew them as much as I can, but if it's something that's unattainable or I know I can thrift and piece together, then I'll do that. But yeah, sewing is definitely kind of my jam.
So tell me about what you're wearing today. I know you made all this.
Yeah, so I made all of this myself. It's, if you watch Legends of Tomorrow, it's Sarah Lance, but not her white canary uniform. It's her, they go back in time to the 1950s, and Sarah goes undercover at a hospital because the villain is hiding out in a hospital and like running experiments on people, and it's super creepy. So she has to go collect intel, so she dresses up as a nurse for the hospital and kind of just sneaks her way in. So I decided to make that costume. It's my favorite episode out of the first season, and Sarah's my favorite character, so yeah.
That
might
brings
as well.
me to my next question. You're making this easy for me. What is your favorite cosplay?
Definitely White Canary, my normal suit. Sarah has been one of my favorite characters for the last 2 or 3 years. She means a lot to me just in terms of body positivity and being a badass and being a feminist, so it's something that she's come to mean a lot to me. And I got to meet Katie Lotz last year, and she's
so cool.
I cried. I definitely cried meeting her. I felt so bad for Katie because I was just like, you're amazing, and I look up to you so much. And she's like, oh, it's okay, like, don't worry. She's like brushing hair out of my face, and it was great. But definitely White Canary, because it was so much effort for a character that I love so much, and I've gotten really positive reactions to it. Seeing people who love the character as much as I do appreciate what I did, like how much time it took.
And isn't that all why you do it? Like,
exactly.
To have fun, but also so people like can recognize how much this fandom means to you.
Exactly, yeah. Because Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, like that whole TV universe has been a huge part of my life for the last 2 years, and I met so many friends because of it, and it's just been, it has a huge place in my heart, so mostly because of the super empowering women in it, so it's really cool getting to be a woman that empowers me and be a character that really inspires me, and then see that that has an effect on other people too, and see that other girls are super inspired by Kara and by Sarah and by Laurel and all the other awesome characters in that universe. So.
Yeah. So aside from White Canary, what are some of your other favorite cosplays? I know you have so many. There's so many.
Yeah. Definitely Agent Carter, because again, that show has such a huge place in my heart, and I did get to meet Haley Atwell 7 months later, so that was a great coincidence.
It finally happened.
It finally happened, and it was great. Yeah, definitely Agent Carter. Definitely Supergirl. That's a really fun one because people just know her no matter what. Like, you don't have to know the series to know Kara, so that's really fun. I don't know. I'm forgetting like all my cosplays now. One that I wasn't expecting to have such a good reaction that was Elizabeth Hamilton. Like, Hamilton. I know it's got a huge fandom, but I just made the dress because I saw the tour in San Francisco and loved it so much. So I buckled down and made that costume, and
it came out
it was
beautiful.
so fun.
So good.
Getting to twirl around all day was super fun too.
I've actually seen more and more Hamilton cosplayers,
It's
and that makes
becoming a
me
thing.
so
Yeah,
happy.
it's
like
really cool.
Broadway cosplay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do Meg from Phantom of the Opera at some point, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
Meg Judy, she's one of my favorites.
Exactly.
So when you're picking your cosplays, do you tend to pick things that you can cosplay as a group, or do you like to do solo projects?
It depends. Usually I'll pick just a cosplay that I want to do, and then if I can get a group to join me for it, then that's even better. There have been a couple that I've made for a group. I don't think any of them have debuted yet besides my Walking Dead Disney group, which was super fun.
That was really cute.
It was really fun to do, and
Walking
super
Dead
comfortable.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and also our Pajama Princesses group. I think those are the two that we've done. But usually I'll just make it for myself, and if people want to join in and be in a group with me, then we'll do that. But
do you have a favorite cosplay group or like pairing or anything that you've done?
I really loved our Walking Dead Disney group. That was super fun, and it was like
Super
pouring
original,
rain.
too, which
So
is, like, I've never seen that before.
Exactly, it was super fun to do and super comfortable, especially for a day that it was pouring rain. So we were all just chilling. It was great. But I haven't done any yet where it's like that's something that I like absolutely have to do. I really want to do Captain America and Peggy someday, so that's on the list definitely. I know that and Rapunzel and Flynn definitely are like on my list for someday. But
okay, so we've talked about like how you build and like who you like to cosplay, but where do you like to cosplay? What's your favorite convention to go to in cosplay?
I've really loved this one so far. I've been super pleasantly surprised at this one.
WonderCon's my favorite.
Yeah, it's been super fun, and I don't go to LA that much, so getting to come down here and this being a great experience was fun.
And it's right across the street from Disneyland.
Exactly, so I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow. I'm excited about that.
Are you Disney bound?
Yes, Rapunzel and Jade Porter. So, yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. But I really liked Wizard World Sacramento, so I'm excited that one's coming back. And then Heroes and Villains was my very first convention, so that's just got a huge place in my heart. And then I met Katie there last year, and Emma Demont, so it's just been really, really fun to go to that one every single year and watch it grow. So
I haven't been to Heroes and Villains yet. I've heard it's a good convention.
It's really fun, really small, but they bring good guests. So
get up north.
Yeah.
Last question: what does cosplay mean to you?
Mostly just like female empowerment. It's really cool because it's really cool getting to see characters that have inspired me, again, inspire other people as well, and it's really fun getting to escape and be a character that means a lot to me, like Sarah or like Kara, and they're all characters where it's like, the last year has been tough with like the election and everything like that. It feels like we're all kind of fighting for ourselves in the last year, so it's been a nice escape to like get to create something that means a lot to me and empowers me through everything that's been happening and helps me like bring joy to other people and bring joy to myself, so.
And when you go to things, I don't know if you went to Women's March.
Yeah, I've been to the Women's March 2 years in a row. So.
I didn't get to go this year, but the first year we went, and there was tons of people dressed like Princess Leia.
Yeah.
And other costumes, and I thought that was really cool that like these characters have now become symbols
exactly
of like the resistance.
It's so cool.
So I wouldn't be surprised if I had gone this year if I'd seen a Supergirl or something like that, or the Handmaids from the Handmaid's Tale.
I saw a couple of them at mine. Yeah.
So I think that's a really like taking on cosplay as almost like a way of like showing that like you're not gonna just sit down and take it. I love that.
Yeah, like
so,
women are the resistance.
Yes, we are the resistance. Watch out. Join us.
Yeah.
Be a rebel. Okay, thank you so much for making time for us.
Yeah.
I know that WonderCon is crazy busy and it's the
a lot going
last
on.
day and you want to go and buy all the stuff so you can take it home. If you haven't been, have you been to Karen Helligan's table?
Yes.
Okay.
Oohed and awed over it. So.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking time
of course,
to sit down with
this
us.
is so fun.
And if you like Kaytlin's cosplay, you want to see more of her work, please go find her on Instagram and follow her. You will not regret it. She is awesome. All right, so thank you, and we'll catch you at the next convention.